So we're here with John Ogden Jr. from Hatfield, Arkansas. John, good to have you. And we're at the 2011 V-Strom National Rally at Happy Trails Products in Boise, Idaho. Looks to me like you've got maybe the most interesting bike here. Tell us a little about it.
Well, it's a Harley-Davidson Sportster. It's a 2000 model. I acquired it in January of this year. And my idea on the bike was to build something that would fit somewhere between my KLR 650 and the Triumph Tiger that I've got. The KLR is nice on the trails and doing runabouts, but traveling across country it's a little lower on power and comfort. And then the Tiger is excellent running the interstates and stuff, but when you get off-road to find the trails that you want to ride, it's a bit heavy and it's lacking in ground clearance. So the idea was to build a Harley-Davidson Sportster, and I went with the 1200 motor for the extra power in that, and try to build something that had plenty of ground clearance, lots of suspension travel, and that operated well. I chose the Harley-Davidson Sportster motor because of the instant low-end torque it's got. So right off of idle, you're pulling over 40 foot-pounds of torque, so it is able to motor up things very easily. And the single crank pin of the motor fires one right after the other, so it's like a big single whenever it fires, and runs the typical firing order of the new Yamaha Tenere. And they're promoting that motor and that engine firing sequence because it gives such good traction off-road. The same thing that the Sportster has, but this is in quite a bit narrower package. So the one different thing, I've seen a few other Sportsters that's been built. One of the things about this one in particular is it's built more of an adventure touring bike than a dual sport type motorcycle. So I've got the larger panniers here from Happy Trails and the top box from Happy Trails, so that I can carry all of my luggage and carry everything I need. This side I have all of my clothing and electrics and such. On the other side is all my camping gear, camping chair, tents, air mattresses, and all for the trip that I'm leaving here on. So when I leave here, I go to Alaska and up to Inuvik, Canada as well to make that loop, and then end up at a rally in Colorado called the Big Dog Rally. And everything's been running well so far since I've left the house. I've got about 2,200 miles on it since I got here, and it's worked out very well for me. Up front, we went with YZ 250 front forks, and then had them custom valved and custom springs wound for them for the motorcycle, so it would hold up the weight. And there's 12 inches of travel there. And to help with the extra weight of the Sportster, we went with the Supermoto brake system on there, so I've got plenty of stopping power up front. Out back, we left it with the stock brake system, but we went with a 4-inch over swing arm. And we also went with Olin's triple adjustable shocks, and there's 10 inches of travel in the back. So I've got 10 in the back and 12 inches up front, so there's plenty for running the trails and such, and it still gives you a smooth ride on road. All total, when it's fueled up and ready to ride, its running weight is 535 pounds, so it's a bit heavier than the KLR, but still quite a bit lighter than the Tiger. Dry weight on this thing I would figure to be about 490. So it's running really well for that.
You've got an auxiliary fuel tank I see back there.
Yes, I do. In the front, I'm getting 3.3 gallons, the stock peanut tank. And in the back, just under this top box, there is a 4-gallon fuel cell there. I actually can get 3.8 usable gallons out of that. That gives me over a 350-mile range because I can get over 50 miles to the gallon on this bike. Running around the roads, running between 60 and 70 miles an hour just on the 2 lanes putting around, I've been getting averaging 60 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, some people don't know that, but Harleys and Sportsters in particular have always been well known for their good fuel mileage.
Yes, the V-Twin is very fuel efficient. She does have some vibes, and we've done some things to get that down, but it's been extremely fuel efficient. I've even been getting upper 40s, like 48, 49, between 48 to 52 on the interstate, running interstate speeds. So it's done extremely well there.
Well, it's sure an attention gatherer. People have just been crowded around all weekend about it. Can we hear it run?
Sure. It's one of the things I chose Advanced Heinz SS2R exhaust because instead of being a straight pipe or your typical non-baffled Harley exhaust, it's got a sport bike canister on it, and it keeps it quiet so you can run through the woods and campgrounds without waking people up. So there she is, just idling, and you can tell the exhaust isn't all that loud, and even at higher RPMs we're running on the interstate, I can't hear the exhaust over the tire noise and regular engine noise that you get on a motorcycle.
How about a flip? Oh yeah. Gorgeous. Well, John, thanks very much. Happy motoring to you. Safe travels.
appreciate it.
And good talking to you.